Hello everybody, it's Mr. Hoy again. In this question we're going to be doing another problem that requires us to factor by grouping. So what we want to do here is take our four-term sequence and think of this as two separate sets of two terms. Focusing on the first set and the coefficient, we have 14 and a 7. That means we can factor out a 7. We have exactly one x here and there. We can actually factor that one out as well. And we have two y's here, one y there, which means we can factor out a single y. So factoring that out leaves us with a 2 here and a 1 there. Factoring out the x's, they're actually going to go away in both cases, so there are no x's remaining. You will have one y remaining here. Alright, now looking at the last two terms there, you can factor out a positive 3 from both of these terms. I'll put a plus 3 there. You cannot factor out the y because even though this one has one, this one doesn't, so that y is going to remain. Factoring out the 3 leaves you with a 2 here, positive 1 there, and again we have to carry down that y from the first set of terms there. So we have 2y plus 1 inside the parentheses here. Alright, as mentioned in the previous video, you want to compare both of these answers and verify that this term here is the same as this term here. It must be identical. These are identical. That works out, leaving us with 2y plus 1 as a factor down here. Now, again, just like the last video, you want to look at all the terms you did not use. You have not used the 7xy, you have not used the plus 3, so the 7xy plus 3 is its own term in the scenario. Now, one thing you can do here, if you're having some trouble or you're not positive as to where this is going or whether or not this is accurate, is you could, after getting this answer, you could take the answer and try to multiply those terms back together to see if you get where you started. So I can start here with the 2y, I can multiply that by the 7xy, that'll give me 14xy squared. I could then multiply the 2y by the 3, giving me 6y. Then multiply the 1 by the 7xy, getting me to 7xy, and the positive 1 times the positive 3, getting me to 3. Now this may look different from the problem we started with up here, but if you match the terms up, you've got a 6y there and a 6y here, a 7xy there and a 7xy there. They're just in a slightly different order. However, we do have the same answer that we started with. Reminder, this is the factored version. This is not the final answer. This is just me checking the answer. But one thing you can do if you're not confident about your answer is just multiply those two factors together to see if it gets you back to where you started.